Hello and welcome to another episode of Light the Wick. In this week's show, we sit down with YSU President Jim Tressel to discuss what big changes are coming to Wick Avenue. We also find out what's to become of the Ward Bakery and learn about what exciting changes are contributing to the revitalization of downtown Youngstown. I'm your host, Quincy Carrier. This is Light the Wick. Bar Rescue, a nationally known show on Spike TV, visited Youngstown, rescuing two local bars. The first bar was the Royal Oaks on Oak Street. The Oaks is known for its popular smoked ribs, and they were also the first bar in Youngstown to be awarded a liquor license after Prohibition. The second of the two bars that host John Daffer rescued was the Martini Brothers Burger Bar and Grill. The bar rescue crew made short work of changing the name to the Federal because of, well, its location on the Federal Street. Both episodes have since aired. We sat down with YSU President Jim Tressel to discuss some of the upcoming changes to what he calls the gateway to the city. Here's a look at our extended interview.
It became very apparent to me after being back here for about 6 or 8 months after I'd been gone for 14 years that there had been an amazing amount of things done here on campus and in the city and in the entire region. And that we were going to be able to get a lot more people to come and take a look at us, whether they're our alumni coming back or our prospective students coming or potential businesses that wanted to move in the area and so forth. But I wasn't sure that the front door to our university and our city had the look that this area deserves. If you think back way to the early 1900s, Wick Avenue was the street. It had the mansions and all the churches and the arts, and it was, people would just drive down Wick Avenue to drive down Wick Avenue. We weren't even going anywhere. And as the university grew, it became the artery into our university, and with those utilities right on the edge of the curb and the potholes all over and the curb appeal, nothing like what I think this stretch deserves. It became a priority that we wanted to collaborate with our city, who felt the same way because they feel as if it's the gateway to the city. So many people pass through YSU. That they had been saving up some money to do some sewer and water work that needed to be done over the course of time. They knew that it needed to be resurfaced, but they'd never really had the finishing touch funding to do so. And so if you think about the whole project, it's going to be about a $6 million project, all the way from 422 down past Rayen. It's going to be some infrastructure things and some beautification things. The city is coming up with about $4.5 million based upon all the work that has to be done underground and with the paving. And then we were able to go out and get people interested in making this gateway to light up the Wick such that we could raise that $1.5 million so that we can bury those utilities, come up with some creative lighting, come up with some creative curb appeal. We're still in the planning stages of it, but we want people to drive down Wick, just to drive down Wick, and also be on the way to the Dana School, or to be on the way to the Butler, or to be on the way to the Arms Museum, or whatever it happens to be on the way to campus. So we're really excited about this project.
Since that interview, President Jim Tressel has managed to raise over $150,000 for the project through fundraising. Our own Courtney Kensinger recently visited a belly dancing group in downtown Youngstown that is empowering both the mind and spirit. Take a look.
The Tribe of Eos belly dancing group has been a catalyst of fitness and friendship for Jennifer Neal and her students for 9 years.
And then we also have a kind of policy of sisterhood, I would say, in that you can't possibly be mean, judgmental, or any of those things. And we really choose to perform with each other because we're a support group.
Being a member of the Tribe of Eos has created a sisterhood and a new sense of body empowerment for these students and their instructor.
The bond that I have with these people is incredible. It's what kept me coming back. It took me a long time to finally get over anxiety and weird issues like with body and, oh, you're too old to dance, that I finally took the leap and came to a class, and the first one I was in. Like, this is what I wanted to do.
The tribe of Eos practices regularly in the Calvin Center on Mahoning Avenue. You can catch them performing downtown on weekends for special events.
Not only has President Tressel been working hard on restoring Wick Avenue, he is also working hard to attract out-of-state students to YSU.
1, 2, 3.
On Monday, President Tressel broke ground for a 4-story, 162-bed apartment complex. This meets increased demand for on-campus housing, which is all part of Tressel's plan to make YSU a more appealing place for out-of-state students.
One of the things we've talked to often with our students since we've been here is that they're always anxious to have more opportunities for living quarters, more opportunities to create that sense of community. And this is our first step, and it's a tremendous moment for us in time.
The apartments will be called University Edge and will be built along Rayan Avenue, next to Frida's and Charlie Staples. Hallmark also plans to tear down Smith Hall to make way for more buildings in the future.
This will be the first phase of what we think will be a multi-phase project. It'll be very exciting, brand new housing, contemporary to the needs of today's students.
With University Edge, YSU will now have over 1,700 beds, which will help build towards Tressel's vision. University Edge hopes to be available for students by August 2016. You may be surprised to find that the smell of fresh bread is missing from the Ward Bakery. Now it's been converted to a small studio spaces for local artists. Apart from it opening its doors to its creators, the bakery also serves as a backdrop for many seasonal art shows, often showcasing the work of its occupants. Be sure to check it out. Another art gallery has opened up in downtown Youngstown, this time in the old Purple Cat building. We were there to see and to take the excitement firsthand.
Soap Gallery on Champion Street in downtown Youngstown in the old Purple Cat building has recently opened its doors to the public and artists alike.
A lot of us artists have always talked about how there's no place that a lot of us could go to, and there's nowhere we can hang our stuff. So I think it's just going to make it an art community, like make us grow.
The gallery stands alone as the only independently run full-time fine arts gallery in Youngstown.
I'm very excited that we have a spot for art specifically that is not a bar, it's not anything else, it's just about art.
Soap also offers weekly classes for anyone interested, such as watercolor, printmaking, bookbinding, and much more.
So many people have such an artistic ability around here, and I think it's just a great way for people to tap in and have a good time and enjoy art.
I'm Courtney Kensinger for Light the Wick.
That's all we have for you for this week's show of Light the Wick. Don't miss us next week when we show you the events taking place at Oh Wow Children's Center and how YSU students are helping to bring entertainment to downtown Youngstown with their performance of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. Be sure to follow us on social media for a list of upcoming events and email us at the address below with any of your story ideas. I'm Quincy Carrier, and this has been Light the Wick.